I'm sure you're wondering, why am I standing in front of this big piece of farmland? Well, it's real simple. I just finished watching a documentary called Banished. Excellent documentary, which talked about the land grab that took place in the early 1900s of black farmland by white, people in cities like Forsyth County, Georgia, Pierce City, Missouri, right outside of St. Louis, Harrison County, Arkansas. I mean, it was just crazy how one day these families owned all this land. Then they were run out of town. People took adverse possession of the land and then sold this land over and over again over the years. And now developers have gotten a hold of it. They've built houses on it. And these people have no recourse to get their land back. So it made me think, how much land did black families actually own back then? And according to statistics, black families owned 15 million acres of land in the United States back in the early 1900s, which has now decreased down to around 2 million acres of land in the United States. But the other stat that I found really, really crazy was that there are five people that own more land than all of black America combined. 5 people. So it made me think, is land something that we should be investing in? And the answer to that question is absolutely. Now, some of you may be thinking, what am I going to do with this land? Don't worry about that. Buy it, hold it. Land is finite. They aren't making any more. Did you know that you could go and buy their cities that are for sale? So maybe you get a group of friends together or family members and you go buy a whole town. There are states like North Dakota, South Dakota, Mississippi, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, where there are large parcels of land that you can buy and hold. Once you buy it and hold it, it's called a hands-off investment. You don't really have to worry about it. But did you also know that you can go to states like Colorado and for $5,000 or less, you can buy mineral rights to like 40 acres of land. So you can go there, you can pan for gold, and all the gold you find is yours. The only thing that you have to do is you have to go to the land once a year, do some panning. You may have to, create a trail or clear up some debris, something like that. But you only have to visit it once a year and you can have the mineral rights to this land for however long. I think it's like 40 years, something like that. So land is something that you need to add to your portfolio, just like you have stocks, bonds, precious metals. You may have a small business. You may have, other forms of residual income that you have coming in. Did you also know that if you have land, you can possibly create yourself a nice little income from it? If you have timber that you can sell off of the land, if you actually find some minerals and things like that on the land, like oil or gas, you can make money off of that. There are also companies that will come and lease portions of your land from you to build cell towers and things like that. Now, granted, some of these places may be rural, so you may not have internet connection. There may not even be electricity or water. You may have to dig for a well or something like that. But once again, this land is finite. And with the population growing, people are going to be looking for places to live, looking for places to build, and you may be able to take your land and flip it. Now, if you have a family that has had land for, 100 years, 50 years, 20 years, whatever, hold on to that land. Keep that land in the family. Me personally, I have family members that had land passed down to them and somebody came along and made them an offer, sold that land. They've now put houses on it. They've built a development on it, sold these houses for $300,000, $400,000. And these people, wish that they could have that income. Because just think about it. If you have some land, you build some houses on it and you hold the mortgage. You hold the mortgage to the land. That's a residual income right there. Okay? You hold that mortgage and that person is paying you each and every month. You are now the bank. You can go in and foreclose if they don't pay, and then, turn around just like a bank does and sell it to somebody else. So look at adding land to your portfolio. It could be one of the best investments that you could ever make long-term for you and your family. Oh, one thing I forgot. The government has land for sale as well. Buy land from the government. They have it for sale. It's cheap. Cities have land, small houses, those kinds of things. Don't forget to buy it. It's out there for the taking, people. Do your research. You can go to websites like LandWatch. You can go to different cities and different states have, departments set up where you can buy land directly from the city. So make sure you begin to take advantage of this. Do your research, people. There's plenty of land still out there to be bought. And if you don't find anything here in the United States that you want, there is land around the world that you can purchase. So go get that land. Go get it. It's there.